Why are my Google reviews not showing up? What happened to my Google reviews? I had this many yesterday. I have this many today. Why do my customers continue to tell me they left a review? In fact, I've seen them do it right in front of me and they're not showing up. Well, these questions and many others just like it are about to be answered. My name's Dan Brown and I'm in marketing. I'm going to talk to you. I've got a number of different companies and a number of different customers are saying, hey, Dan, something just happened with Google. Yep, something just happened with Google. We're going to talk about that, both why that happened and then what you can do about it. Okay, so if you suddenly lost Google reviews, it's most likely because Google's automated system detected them as violating their policies, their terms of service, such as being considered spam, containing inappropriate content, or showing signs of suspicious activity from the reviewer or the business. Now, that can lead to reviews being removed. This can happen even if the reviews were 100% legitimate. You can contact Google support and appeal if you believe this was an error. And I'm going to put a chapter in this video so you can just forward to that if that's where you're at and that's what you want to do. Step by step of what to do to appeal and get your reviews reclaimed. Before we go there, I'm going to give you some of the reasons why Google reviews might have disappeared. Okay, let's take up the first one. It's called spam detection. Google uses algorithms to identify and remove reviews that appear to be fake, like bulk reviews from the same IP address, and IP is Internet Protocol. Every device has an IP address. Your phone, your computer, your laptop, your tablet, these all have separate IP addresses. Well, one of your IP addresses is your Wi-Fi router. And if you're a business that uses guest Wi-Fi and your customers, if while in the place of business are leaving reviews at the time of business, which is strongly encouraged by both Google and Yelp, well, if they're doing so on your Wi-Fi router, it appears like this is all coming from the same location, IP location, Internet Protocol location. And that flags to Google and Yelp saying, hey, you know what? This looks like it's all coming from the same device. These reviews should go into a holding pattern or not deemed legitimate. What to do? Well, simply on that one, don't have guest Wi-Fi, or if you have guest Wi-Fi, put a password on it. It's great for the occasional person who doesn't have a data plan, or the kids of your customers who are coming in, you know, they're being serviced and the kids are working on their tablets or phones or whatever. Great for that. Regardless, if somebody's going to leave a review at the place of business, then they should come off the Wi-Fi. Doesn't mean that it won't show up in Google, but there's a good chance, probably 2 out of 3 are going to be gone because they were left on your Wi-Fi. Another reason is policy violations. Reviews containing personal attacks, offensive language, unrelated content can be removed, and you want those removed. Those could also be from a disgruntled ex-employee who's leaving a review about the place of business. They've never been a customer or patient of this business or practice. And, you know, Google's saying, this isn't Glassdoor. This isn't, you know, some employment review platform. This is for customers. And they're right. And then obviously, if the reviewer got personal, got into some stuff that they shouldn't have, posted things that are inappropriate, language, got racial, got anything that would be an attack or even terror or threats or this sort of thing, Google says, whoa, 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 whoa. So now sometimes that language is misunderstood because the person's trying to give their experience about some other place and they're being kind of funny about it. Well, Google doesn't have someone who can just go, oh, well, that person's just being tongue in cheek and, you know, and just having a good time. They don't get that. So that might be flagged and removed as such. Okay, it could be because of the reviewer's account has some issues. If the reviewer's Google account is flagged for suspicious activity, well, their reviews may be removed and not much you can do about that one. Another reason is there could just simply be technical glitches. Sometimes reviews might temporarily disappear due to technical issues on Google's side. Sometimes Google reviews take a few days to show up. So don't freak out. Give it a few days. Keep an eye on it. And if it's still a problem, then you got to go and do the steps at the end of this video. There's another thing called mass flagging. Now, competitors or others could be flagging your reviews as inappropriate, leading to the removal of your reviews. Now, I want you to get this. You know, I run 2 marketing companies. Our marketing companies, especially Blumberg Digital, it's the premier digital marketing agency for dentistry. And of course, our clients are doing phenomenal. And so some of the competitive offerings in their areas, they have companies that are marketing companies, and some of those marketing companies we have found will do mass flagging of Am I even saying this? I can't even believe I'm saying this. Some of these companies will try to downgrade our clients by, I don't know, making their profiles look inappropriate. They'll even change the address, attempt to change the phone numbers. I mean, it gets crazy what some of these marketing companies do to try to, rank above our clients. So you just got to be aware of that. That would be something I would have your marketing company check into. Of course, you can check into it and then regardless, still do the steps at the end of this video. Okay, another reason is you may have made changes to your Google business profile. And if you made significant changes to your business listing, like updating your address or, making some change, even sometimes adding a bunch of photos, sometimes Google is saying, okay, good, we're just processing this and everything else gets put on hold. And that's temporary. Again, give it a few days. If you still don't see those reviews after a change you made to your business directory, well, then, yeah, you're going to have to do the steps at the end of this video. Okay, so one of the first points I opened up with is, your reviews are being flagged. And on that point, it's very important to check Google's review guidelines. You've got to familiarize yourself with Google's policies and understand what constitutes a violation. I'm going to take up a couple of those right now because a lot of people have misunderstandings on this and they don't know that what they're doing is wrong. Okay, one of the top reasons Google removes reviews is because of what they call fake engagement. Google wants to make sure that the reviews are real. If the review or the content is not based on a real experience and does not accurately represent the location or product in question, well, that's going to be a problem. So if you got a reviewer leaving a review from some foreign country about your business and you're a local business, Google's going, I don't know how that could be. Now, of course, that person could have been over here in the US and had an experience in that business. Okay, that's fair. Again, it could be flagged incorrectly, and you're just going to have to put in a claim, again, like I show you at the end of this video. Okay, now this one's another key point on what Google considers fake content. This is content that's been posted due to an incentive offered by a business, such as a payment or discounts or free goods or services. And you have to understand that you remunerating a customer or a patient or whatever for a review directly. So, hey, listen, you leave a review and we'll give you $5 off, or we'll give you a $5 Starbucks card or whatever. That is an absolute violation of the terms of service of Google. And believe it or not, Yelp. In fact, Yelp is actually harder than Google is on that one. So don't do that. Now, some of you are like, well, Dan, you said do incentives and games. Oh, yes, I did for your team. So if your team gets 10 reviews for the business in a week, yeah, buy them all Starbucks on Monday or get them pizza or bring in a lunch. Absolutely do that. That is not a direct remuneration to the customer or client or patient. This is within the team. Now, can you make that game known to your consumers, your clients, your customers, your patients? Can you make that known to them? Sure. That could be just, hey, listen, we're playing a game. So if you're going to leave a review, that'd really help. And I have exact videos on how to do that. But make certain that you are not doing some incentive to get that review because it constitutes an unfair bias. You're buying that review. And yeah, I know a lot of people do it. I think it's tacky. I wouldn't do it. Google doesn't want you to do it. Yelp definitely doesn't want you to do it. So don't do it. Another point that Google brings up as far as fake reviews is, this is specifically what they say, content that has been posted from multiple accounts to manipulate a place's rating. So while I don't understand that one completely, that's the actual stated policy in Google. What I do believe is, say you're trying to go get all your friends to leave you reviews, they've never been there, or, and so there's some sort of campaign going on, and say one of those individuals somehow leaks that to Google or alerts Google or something like that, I think that'll get you in trouble. Okay, and the last point on fake content from Google is content that's been posted using an emulator or other device tampering service, kind of modifying operating system or other method to mimic genuine engagement, manipulate sensor data or results, or otherwise thwart or confuse normal operations. Wow, that one's a mouthful. So what does Google mean by that? Well, obviously some people get super desperate and they buy reviews. Well, who are they buying reviews from? A company that's doing tampering and got equipment. And, so when Google finds out that there's some stuff that's being generated by a computer rather than by people, well, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, so let's go on this point here with regards to fake. So what does Google say not to do? Well, it says don't solicit or encourage the posting of content that does not represent a genuine experience. So don't ask people who haven't been customers, patients, clients, etc. That one's simple. So the next point that Google says on this is don't offer incentives. We've talked about that. such as payment, discounts, free goods, and or services in exchange for posting any review or revision or removal of a negative review. So you don't want to be caught trying to buy reviews or buy out of negative reviews. Okay, another point on this is Google doesn't want you to discourage or prohibit negative reviews or selectively solicit positive reviews from customers. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So the last point on this is Google doesn't want you to post content on a competitor's place to undermine that business or that business's product's reputation, services reputation. And I think that's just good ethical practice. I thank Google for that one. Okay, so what does Google say you can do? Well, they actually do say solicit or encourage the posting of content that does represent a genuine experience without offering incentives to do so. Again, the incentive would be to the patient, the client, the person who is coming to get the services or whatever you have. And that doesn't mean you can't have internal games within your team and make that a fun activity. Hence why I've given you the tips I've given you on how to do that. Okay, so there's other reasons why Google will remove reviews that falls under impersonation, misinformation, misrepresentation, harassment, hate speech, offensive content, personal information. So if you are giving personal information in reviews, talking about a person, their phone number, their address, or a photo that has something that is compromising with an address. Google has an algorithm that'll say, wait, I see an address label in this, that's out. So that photo will be removed. Also, any personal information, any obscenity or profanity, sexually explicit content, obviously adult themed content, please no. Violence or gore. And, when we're talking about our dentists, sometimes I don't know why they do this. They post sometimes on their Google business profile, these, oh my gosh, photos of before and after. The after is amazing. The before is kind of like, or mid surgery. And you've got posts coming out of open gums and stuff. No. So do not give me a before photo of what that looked like, in the smile before, and then show me at the end. Don't show me any of the in the middle stuff. Okay, so going on from violence and gore, restricted content, and you can look at what that is. Dangerous content, so obviously helping somebody do something that's dangerous or endangering people. Illegal content, self-explanatory. Child safety, so important. Anything that's off topic, like, you got this review that has nothing to do with that business or the product or something, could be considered as, nope, we're not letting that one go. Any advertising and solicitation. And you can look that one up, but I think that one is also pretty self-explanatory. It's not supposed to look like a commercial. It's supposed to look like just an honest feedback of how the experience was. Last couple on this one are unclear and repetitive content. So if they see the same review coming through, say same or similar wording coming through from different people, it looks like it's just copy and pasted content. They're going to flag that. And then defacement and mischief. Boy, I could talk on that one based off of all these examples they give. I don't think we need to go there. So those are some of the reasons why your reviews can be removed. And that's just with Google. Boy, when it comes to Yelp, Yelp is even more stringent and tighter on this. At least on Google, you could say, hey, leave us a review. On Yelp, all you can say is, look us up on Yelp. And the person you might say that to, hey, just so, hey, did you have a good experience? I had a great experience. Thank you, sir. Hey, fantastic. What did we do? Great. What did you like? Oh, well, blah, blah, blah. Hey, that's fantastic. For Google, you could say, hey, it means a lot today to hear from other customers or patients, et cetera. Would you mind sharing those same kind of words in an online review for us with Google? Google's totally cool with that. Pull out the QR code, Google QR code. You need a Google QR code. Sometimes it's a bit tricky to get that. Go to mygoogleqrcode.com. Put in your business name as it appears on Google. Put in your name, your position, your email. It's going to email your QR code for Google. Hard to get. Very cool, very simple, takes about 30 seconds. So do that. Google has no problem with you pulling out a QR code, having asked for that review, and that person going and leaving a review right then and there. They love that. They love that. Yelp? Nope. So we have that same conversation. So good experience? Great. Tell me about what you liked. Fantastic. Hey, I love that. I'd love it if you could share your experience. Sure, I'll do that. Good. Are you a Yelper? Totally. Great. Could you look us up on Yelp? Now, a Yelper will understand that. They'll know, oh, they're asking for some feedback on Yelp. You can have a QR code for your business profile on Yelp, not directly to the review page, please, just to the profile. So yeah, there's my Yelp profile. look us up on Yelp. That's all you can say. If the person says, why would I look you up on Yelp? I'm here. I'm a believer. I'm with you. Oh, yeah, that's all I can ask. I cannot ask for reviews on Yelp. So all I can say is, can you look us up on Yelp? By that time, the person should go, oh, I get it. I got to look you up on Yelp. And if they didn't get it, well, maybe move on to the next customer. Okay, so now we're at the point, you may have just fast forwarded past all the stuff that I covered earlier. I encourage you to go have a little look at what I talked about earlier, but you're here. Great. Now I'm going to show you step by step what to do to file a claim with Google saying, hey, I just lost 50 reviews. I just lost 30 reviews. Obviously, they did an algorithm update. They went through, they did a little cleansing process. They found that a number of your reviews fell into a certain category. Most likely, these were reviews left on your Wi-Fi, or there's something, right? Doesn't necessarily make sense to them sometimes. We've talked to Google. They're great people to work with. And we've got these reviews released for our clients all the time, like thousands of reviews we've had released from their holding bin. And the representatives from Google were really cool. They're like, listen, it's an algorithm, flag, and you've done your support ticket and they've been released. We don't know why they were held up. Interesting, huh? So here's what you do. Okay, so on my screen right now is Blumberg Digital. So that's one of the companies I'm involved in, and that's a digital marketing agency for dentists. I have access to that Google business profile. So you can see the business profile, edit the profile. I can read reviews, photos, performance, advertise, etc. Okay, good. Now we have 150 reviews. The first step you want to do is you want to go to the three dots right up here. Super easy. I'm going to go down to help and support. In help and support, I'm going to go down to the bottom. And right here, contact us. We're going to do a ticket. So it's going to verify that it's me. Going to blur all this out. Good. And it's going to say, hey, what can we help you with? Yeah, great. So I'm going to select what profile. You might have a number of them. I'm going to select Blumberg Digital. And then what can we help with? I'm going to say, we have lost a number of reviews, hoping to get them back. Now, listen, on this point, I would be very, very courteous. Again, the people we worked with at Google have been great. The representatives are very service-oriented and such. I know sometimes getting here might be a bit frustrating or get confusing or whatever. Please don't take it out on them. Let's keep our manners in. Let's be polite and gracious. Let's take care of the fact that there are people out there hardworking just like you, and they deserve courtesy and respect, at least until they don't. All right, next. So it's going to say, choose the best description of this issue. And it's going to say reviews missing. Of course, there's transfer reviews, request profile merge, fixed posts that don't show, review summary score question. We're going to say review missing. I'm going to say next step. Good. Now it's going to go through some different things. It's going to tell me, train me, orient me. This is great. I'm going to just go, okay, good, next step. Now it's going to say contact options. And I'm going to say, email. It's going to say, what's my name? I'm going to say my name. And it's going to say, what's your email address? I'm going to use my email address with Blumberg Digital. It's going to ask my telephone number. I'm not going to let you all see that. Good. So I put my telephone number in, my email in. The next thing it's going to say is, what's your relationship to the business? Here you want to say, I own the business. I'm an employee of the business. I'm a friend or family member acting on behalf of the owner. I own or work for an agency. So that's what my team does for our clients. I work for an agency that represents this business. Or I'm a Maps user. I don't work directly with the business. Anybody can do this for your business, which is also good and scary. So I'm going to say I own this business. Now, this one's kind of important. Business name. I would go straight to here, copy your business name. Just press copy. Go right over here, right click it, press paste. You just don't want any variance in it. Same thing on the address. I want you to go over here to the address, copy the address, highlight it, copy it. No variances here. Paste that. And then what's your business profile ID? This one's important. You may or may not know how to go. They're going to show you how to get it. Go to your top three dots again. Click those dots. We're going to go for business profile settings. In doing so, it's going to give us see profile ID and manage labels, store codes, other things. So I'm going to click in there and I'm going to copy my ID, even a button for it. So I've copied the ID. Going to go back to the profile. I'm going to right click it, press paste. And it says, has the profile recently been suspended or disabled? Well, if yours has, you would say yes. I'm going to say no. And if you're not sure, put not sure. Does the profile belong to elementary, secondary, or high school? That would be a no for this. How many reviews are missing from the profile? I think we've lost about somewhere around 20 reviews. Again, I know that they have been left while they were in a Wi-Fi environment. We were in a building that didn't have very good connectivity. You know, it was kind of a metal building, a metal structure, lots of concrete and such. So we had Wi-Fi and people got no signal unless they were on the Wi-Fi. So I know that we lost a number of those reviews. So I'm going to say about 11 to 25. You can put whatever you want, more than 50, 26 to 50, 1 to 10, etc. Are the new reviews being published on the profile? I'm going to say yes, because I've seen them since that time. And if you don't know, just put I'm not sure. What's the time frame in which reviews have gone missing? For example, did they appear all within the last week, or have you noticed they were consistently disappearing over a longer period of time? I am not certain, but I would say in the last 6 or 7 months have seen people leave reviews who then later, or I should say not who, which are then later not showing up. Reviewer names, if you have them. And this is a great thing. I would always suggest that if you are getting reviews that are disappearing, have the person who leaves a review go ahead and do a screenshot and send it to you. It helps to have that proof. Don't know specifics here. Sorry, being polite, describe your issue. We have lost a number of reviews in the last months. We have seen our clients leave great reviews, and then some of these great reviews stop showing up. Would like to see if these were potentially flagged incorrectly. Related case IDs, we don't have a case ID yet. We will have one in about 5 seconds when I press submit. So if you had one and you're doing an update, that's where you'd put it. Press submit. You're going to get a case ID from Google right about now. It's going to say thank you. And then they're going to give you this case ID. Take that case ID and copy. Just, I would say, copy this whole thing. You're also going to get an email. And in the email is going to ask for any more information. I would be very, very fluid with that information. I think it's fantastic for you to go ahead and make the effort. They're going to make an effort to recover your reviews. Show them you're making an effort to be contributive, answer all the information. I'm going to see if that email has arrived. If it has, great. I'll share it here. If it hasn't, just know they're going to ask for any other information. Put as much as you can there and just be nice and friendly. Okay, and there's the email. It has come. And, thanks for contacting Google Business Support. Love it. And they've basically just covered this again. And they're saying, hey, is there any other information? They do give policies, learn about our policies, maps, user-generated content policy, and learn more about missing reviews. I'm going to answer that. Thank you so much. Very happy to get the help from you and the team. Yes, we are usually getting reviews at conferences and at our location, which does have difficulty with getting signal from major cell phone carriers, as the business is in a concrete and steel structure. Many of the reviews may have been left on our Wi-Fi, even though we know that isn't ideal. I really appreciate your help in this. Great. Fire that off. Done deal. So what do we do now? We've submitted the ticket. We've sent them an email thanking them for their help. Might be a few days. Immediately you get your reviews back. It might be a few weeks. So we have seen with our clients, it takes time. If within 2 to 3 weeks you are not seeing any motion, I would get a little nudge in on the ticket. Just go back in there, do the same thing you just did, put in the ticket number, because now you have the ID for the ticket number. Just do a little nudge on that. Again, be polite, be gracious. They're going to come around, and there is no guarantee, but we have seen thousands of our clients get the review. So I hope that helps. Those instructions are kind of long, And this video might be kind of long, but I think it's valuable information. And if you need help on how to get more reviews, well, we got plenty of videos on that one. So that's it for now. I hope that was helpful. My name's Dan Brown. We'll see you on the next one.